And a Choteau man who just turned 54 years old celebrated not with cake and candles, but by tying up his running shoes and completing a grueling race. MTN's Elizabeth Transu has his story.
David Hirschfeld credits living in a place like this
almost every year I've run across the Bob Marshall
for getting him here.
I prefer to say 383 because every mile counts.
He's just completed the Arctic Ultra, a marathon known to be the toughest, coldest, and windiest foot race on the planet.
And this race tears at your body, and then it starts to tear at your mind, your ability to think clearly. And before long, after your body is gone and your mind is gone, your emotions are all that's holding you in there. There was nothing but a desire for a warm bed and a hot shower and for this torture to be over with.
But completing something like this takes training, and a lot of it.
I told myself I was going to do the 380 unless I was injured. I knew I was going to be hurting. I knew I was going to be tired. I knew I was going to be exhausted, fatigued, mentally, emotionally, physically. But unless I was hurt, I was doing the 380.
Mile by mile, with blistered feet and swollen ankles, David would carry all required emergency equipment with him throughout his entire journey.
There are 1,000 words, and you could look it up in a thesaurus, but painful is the best way to describe it. It's dark, you're alone, you just couldn't let your mind think about it. I eventually just said, I'm going to do whatever's out there, whatever, throw at me, what's next? Another hill, you bet, bring it on.
And 207 hours, just a little over 8 days, David crossed the finish line.
God had put forth this amazing aurora display as we were coming into Tuck. It was the best one we'd seen. It was like fireworks going off. 3 or 4 o'clock, crossed the finish line, and it was over. It was over, and nothing felt so good as it being over.
He placed 4th out of the 6 who completed the race.
I'm not some great adventurer or some amazing athlete, but I think everybody has something in them that calls out, what are you capable of? What can you do? Where is your limit? I found my limit.
In Choteau, Elizabeth Transu, MTN News.
Now, during the race, people could provide him with food and water while he passed through towns, but he couldn't ask for anything. Medical attention was available, though, if needed.